the beautiful ones are not yet born, or the nice ones have been overwhelmed by the bad one. We can use that too.
Baba, Baba, the beautiful ones have been aborted. Want to show you beautiful ones, Baba?
Don't break our heart. Somebody said this afternoon that the beautiful ones are not yet born. No. We are still expecting them.
Oh, you beautiful ones,
they don't want to. God damn it! Now, yeah. Baba. So they don't abort all the beautiful ones that they said are not yet born. So we are not expecting beautiful ones now. I'm saying we should not expect.
Go check this out. We don't need anybody. We don't need any beauty.
So it's actually like what Princess told us, right? Princess said, "We are the people that they have been waiting.
Yeah,
we are here already. We should make it happen. We shouldn't be waiting for those still coming."
Yeah, no. So you see this idea of, we need to create policies. We need to do. Baba, there are policies on ground. With Nigeria, we have laws, but nobody respects them.
No law.
What the fuck are people talking? Kill and story. What are people saying? We need to create law. We need to do this. We need to do that. Really? So at some point, we had VIO who was very active. They weren't collecting bribes. They were doing the needful. And then all of a sudden, they started collecting bribes. What does that tell you? What are you people saying?
So that everything is going to be contaminated at the end anyway.
Everything is, Papa. It says.
Do you know my own? Do you know why I don't buy the theory, Martinelli? I don't buy that theory. I know a lot of people believe it, and sometimes I want to agree with them, but I just don't believe it.
Okay.
You see the theory I want to say, right? The theory is that the problem of Nigeria is leadership. If somebody comes and they do this and do that, the whole Nigeria will follow. The reason why I don't buy that theory is this, okay? That person may come and change things like they say, all right, and put everything back on track. And then one Malu from Sharia North, they will take over once you finish your own setting up. And that one will take everybody and enter Kana again. So are you going to now wait for another visionary leader to come again and fix it? Like, how could you run your life like that? That's why I don't buy that theory.
But my ego, me too.
I don't buy it. Like, are you saying somebody can come and fix it? Baba, military destroyed Nigeria, shared everything among themselves. Nigeria became a pariah state. The Obasanjo came, right? And as worse as it was, right? He had a bit of a purpose, okay? Yeah. And he was able to put few things back on track. Now, where are we now?
We're back.
So is that how we're going to run our life? Have it organized for 2 years, suffer for 20 years, have it organized for 2 years again, like.
Yeah, and then back again. We're taking two step forward, 10 steps backward,
5 steps backward, or 100 steps backward.
What are you going to do with that? How are you going to move?
That's why I'm not going anywhere.
And this whole idea of the people need to know this, the people need to know that. We as individuals, what are we doing? I'm going to start with the diaspora because I myself am a diaspora, so I'm going to leave the Nigerians out of this conversation. We diaspora, what are we contributing to the law abiding of Nigeria, to abiding by the law of Nigeria? When in the law of Nigeria, does it tell you that whenever you are at the airport, you have to bribe your way through to pass through customs duty? I mean, you just left UK, you just left Netherlands, you just left Germany, you just left America. Did you bribe anybody?
No.
And then you say you want to reciprocate the same thing. You want to repeat the same thing in your own community, and then you go back. And the first thing you're doing, some people they don't even get asked. Some people they don't even get asked, and they're already tipping. They say, "Oh, I just tipping, but I just too much money." You just start giving people money, and then the day you don't give them, they start dragging you, and you start crying. We are our problem. We are. What stops you from saying, you know what? If this money, I'm not going to give it to you. I'm not just only that. I'm going to report you. I'm going to disgrace you. I'm going to embarrass you. I'm going to do this. Just the same energy we use. The same energy we use when we see other things, like when the police is being miscreants on the road. We try it sometimes. We can record them. We can do all those things, but we don't. We pay them. The other day we were talking about Nigerian passport here in the UK, and we both said it here. People pay money to apply for Nigerian passports. People pay to go through the back door. Why do you have to pay? when you can sit down, oh no, you have important things to do.
Choose
So
not
the rest
to,
people that don't pay 200 pounds. So Mayegun that didn't pay 200 pounds, he doesn't have important things to do. Martinelli that didn't pay 200 pounds, he doesn't have important things to do. Really?
Anybody.
Really? So we are our problem. If we don't listen, if we are not ready to cut out all these years. Ladies and gentlemen, Yaya Bello has brothers, he has sisters. Those sisters have children, they have cousins, they have my sister, OBSA cousin, just called now. So is she trying to tell me that if Emir of Kano or if Sanusi Lamido had sent his own cousin to Obi Ezekwesili to employ with a third class degree from what they call it, from ABU, are you trying to tell me, Mayegun, can you tell me that Obi Ezekwesili won't recruit that girl or won't recruit that person?
But Martinelli, if we have to use the experience of somebody who is a family member, I would say, I won't answer outrightly. I would say I would expect her not to accept him. But in the Nigerian parlance,
can I
pass the question by not answering it? Because in Nigerian parlance, right, I will probably believe that she won't. But with the experience of Milady that called earlier, right, which is a personal experience now, okay, I'm going to say it doesn't matter if it's Emir or Sultan. I would expect her to reject them too. But if she reject them, I'm going to pass the question because my answer is
you're going to pass the question, but
I could be wrong. Can you get that? Yeah,
we know the answer. We know the answer. Even
we don't, Martinelli.
Okay, you don't.
I'm saying that we could, yeah.
We could assume, but
like we can't really say it straight away, okay? Nigeria, but in a typical Nigerian parlance, Martinelli, we can say no, reject Emir this ticket. But I get what you mean, because in reality, right? Because from the background of what you are saying, okay, in reality, we all know. They say it to our faces, Martinelli. There is a minister list. There is a Emir list. There is a Sultan list. There is this list. There is that list. And we know they exist. So whether you are a minister who is strict or not, there are some times that they will say, this one at least you have to approve. That's why I want to say I would expect her to. But
so,
yeah, Marty.
It's okay. So that statement alone has already answered the question, so it's fine. So it's fine. So you see, all these criminals that we have in the society, they all have relatives. They are related to people. Do their relatives, do they tell them that, uncle, this thing you are doing is not nice? So
I don't think so.
This thing you are doing. Because Mayegun, you and I both know, because if that was the case, a lot of them won't be doing what they are doing. Obviously, we're not saying they won't have criminals in society, but a lot of them, they will say it out. They'll say, there's this my cousin, there's this my nephew that I really like, but whenever I'm around her, she doesn't like me, she doesn't like being around me.
Know.
But everybody, your favorite uncle is the one in politics.
And they tell
your favorite auntie.
And the only way you will see any relative, the only time you will see a relative come out and fire that their relative in politics is because probably the relative is not sharing the largesse with them. They say, it's my family, but it's a useless person.
Okay.
The whole family don't like him, a lie.
Okay.
And you don't like him. Because they give you money.
So you've answered one question with two, and you've answered one question with two. So until we are ready to start calling ourselves out, until we are ready to start really poking each other, we are going nowhere. We are actually going nowhere. Until people start walking out of churches, when all these pastors are giving all this lamba. Remember that lady who had this funny arm that 5 pastors used to commit to?
That woman with different hand.
Do you know that lady was arrested and bailed? Do you know that lady was arrested? And meanwhile, the pastors who were parading her, they still have churches in Nigeria.
Yeah, they still do.
And people go to those churches.
Yes, they do.
Thousands of people are still under those people's administration. And we say we want a better Nigeria.
In fact,
I think we are jokers.
Martinelli, the people that became members of those churches because of the woman's miracle, and after finding out that it was a fake miracle, right, they are still going to those churches. Forget it, Nigeria. Martinelli, I'll leave you, okay? I was thinking of taking just one more before we go. So I'll let this my brother say good night to all of us. Thank you so much, Martinelli. I have another caller here. All hail Biafra. All hail Odudu. Are you there?
Odudu. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man. How are you doing?
All hail Biafra. I'm great, man. Another classic, show as usual. Banger.
Thanks, man.
You know, I'm a little disappointed. I came in towards the end of it.
So you were out
yeah,
earlier, and anyway, you can see.
Yeah, I got.
You will see I'll see the replay. But the part you saw, or the one you've been part of tonight, you can still make a contribution. It's just I didn't want to see your call and just say, okay, good night, even though it was just 2 minutes to go.
Yeah,
but yeah, do it.
I know. Appreciate it. The callers, you guys are incredible. You know, you guys put out a lot of great I can say statements and opinions, point of views, which was good. I respect. But we have to come to the realization that there's no way you could fix Nigeria. People, let's get that. Let's be straight with ourselves. Look in the mirror and just realize that you can't fix it. There's nothing you can do to fix Nigeria at all. Okay? We must remember that this is a British experiment, a British contraption. The name Nigeria was given to us, which means nigger area.
Right.
It wasn't. We didn't come together to.
Nigger just means dark area, and they call us dark.
Exactly.
Black look like it's a bad thing to be black. Always remember.
Exactly. Yeah, people. We have to do as much as Nigerians. You know, like they call themselves. They're all holy into this Bible and all this Quran and stuff like that. They can quote you left and right, all the verses on the Bible, but they can't do simple research, simple history, know where you're from, know what this thing is about, and understand why the situation is the way it is, because it was designed to never to be fixed or work correctly.
Every time people remember that, they save themselves the agony of having hope that contraption will work. The way Nigeria is the way they programmed it to be. If you want something different, like all of us, join us and ask that this contraption be broken, or else
it has to be, or else you'll be a victim. Okay, let's say people tend to forget about the history. Okay, let's move forward. The Biafran genocide, right? It's like they're trying to sweep it under the rug like it never happened. If you want this country to work,
they believe they could, but they can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't.
So everybody who is even asking for unity in Nigeria, if I am Biafran and I have a say, I would say Nigeria should, in fact, print and build an epitaph or so, where the names of every person killed in Biafra is printed on a marble wall that all of us can read. Then we can begin the negotiation of that unity begging. But I'm not Biafran.
Exactly.
I don't have that legit request. But yeah, go on.
And yeah, so I mean, if you want to start, some kind of reconciliation, apologize to what was done to us.
Yes.
Apologize to. Exactly.
You have to, pay restitution to the Biafrans, even though we all know, like, saying these things historically, this is how it is done all over the world, okay? Everywhere things like this happened. If you want people to move on, you have to give them closure. And that closure includes a national apology, an epitaph built for them in remembrance of all those who were killed, and a restitution paid to the descendants of those killed. Then you can then begin to talk about reconciliation, unity, and all that. All of that, if all this is missing, everybody should just stop all this unity begging.
Exactly. Let's go to the root of the cause. It's not only the Biafrans. Now let's talk about those that they've killed, massacred in the north. Those that are massacred in the middle belt. Those that are massacred in Yoruba land, in those forests and all that stuff. It's like, they just spill blood. Oh, nothing happened. Move on, just pray your Bible, and you think this thing is going to continue. People they're not seeing what's happening, that we're already in the abyss. but now we're getting deeper and deeper in it. Like there's no coming out of it.
No.
You want to run around claiming Nigeria, you could be a Nigerian abroad and celebrate. When you go back home, it doesn't feel like Nigeria because it's a hellhole. You know?
And
we're never one.
That's going to take that away. No.
Well, they've done a great job of being in denial and having the Papa Geos and all that stuff, you know, having them all, how can I say, hypnotized, you know? But for how long are you going to go on for? Now you're seeing it's falling apart. The narrative no longer holds.
No.
So let's wake up, people. We were never one to begin with. We were never one to begin with.
No. And it's not
you have
alone. Only parasites doesn't want to live alone. Only a parasite will want to live with his host. And parasites love killing his host, don't they? Let's break up this contraption, man.
Yeah, and save lives. Come on. Please, and people, come on. It's over 1,000 something people, more than 2,000 people on this thing. It's only 557 likes. Come on, man.
It's quite strange. They do that to me all the time.
Yeah.
I have to remind them. Well, man, thank you.
Are they shadow banding or what? And please, Michael, I keep saying over and over, you got to start this. You got to promote your Rumble page because you know you're on fire. You know you're the hot topic. You know they're going to come for you, man. You know, so we got to have all these avenues. Come on, we got to do this.
I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep working on that, man, right? I tried that Rumble. Yeah. Indeed, it was great because it was easier for it to just upload all my content from YouTube and put it there, right? But somehow it just got me so clogged up. And it looks so great that I wish it was. Because I wanted to be going live on it as well. But it keeps kind of making it complicated. But I promise, I'm still on it.
Please, let us know what we need to do to help to have this thing work. If we need to make another contribution, we'll make it happen because we need to spread this word. This is gospel.
Thanks.
All hail Biafra, all hail Oduduwa.
All hail Biafra, all hail Oduduwa. Bro, enjoy the rest of the evening, okay? And have a wonderful week yourself. Cheers, man. So, guys, thank you so much, everyone, for, again, another interesting evening. Let's share that together, have a chat around it, and be a better person because tomorrow is another day, okay? So for those who survived today, tomorrow is another day. There's something I wanted to say about, about gaming or betting in Nigeria. I'll just leave that till tomorrow. Baba, anything you are doing, despite all the frustration in Nigeria that you could blame for anything that is going on in your life, if you have gambling addiction, it's a terrible thing, right? Seek help. I am not an expert in that, in that area. I just know that when things get to a stage whereby, or get to a stage where we are seeing right now in Nigeria and all this report we are getting, especially for young people, please get help. And don't be like this, my friend. We are still figuring out how to help him. Thank you so much for your time. And you all have a good night. Odaro.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
Máyégún Diary politico.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
ha kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lérí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀.